What up, world? You on the mic with Mike, Mr. Mike, and this is Keep That Chair Spinning. Let's get it. All right, good people, welcome back. This is Keep That Chair Spinning. I am your man, Mr. Mike, and what you have here is simply a podcast that is geared to some of the barbers that are maybe fresh out of barber school, maybe getting ready to get out of barber school, or maybe even some barbers that's already been in the industry trying to perfect their craft, but just kind of find themselves stagnant. Hopefully, within this podcast, what you'll be able to do is get a few insights, a few pointers, some tips, some advice that'll help you get back to the grind, get back to putting a customer in your chair and a chance to keep that chair spinning. Before we really get started, if you haven't done so already, need you to like, subscribe, do better, drop you a comment. We're on YouTube, we're on Apple, we're on Spotify. Show some love, show some support. Don't cost a thing, and I appreciate it. Also, if you have not done so, make sure you go back and check out the Gems Day with Tosh the Barber. Tosh dropped quite a few good gems, just what we were shooting for. Also, go back and listen to my man Ernie as well. Ernie had a few good gems on there as well. With Gems Day, as I say, it's a time to sit with some veteran barbers, man, and I'm really looking forward to the next couple guests that we have coming up. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that one as well. Today we want to talk about referrals. One of the main codes that I try to live by is sacrifices equals benefits. Okay, so within referrals, it's a way that you want to make your customers start working for you. Okay. I have a code that I try to do with all my customers since the beginning is like a lot of the junior high kids, some even the high school kids, man, they're scrounging around for money. They're broke as is. They don't feel like doing a whole bunch of chores to make the money. So they'll take a discount wherever they can. So what I tend to do still to this day is I'll make them work for me, man. Like I'll tell them, hey, little Timmy, if you can bring me one or two of your homeboys, I'll take $5 off of your next haircut. So when you book or just give them the booking link, have them book with me and make sure that you tell them Timmy sent me. That way I know I can give you your credit and I can take that $5 off. Again, when I first started out, their haircuts was $20, so that $5 was definitely a big deal for them. We're not charging that right now, but still here and there, it's just be $5 for those that may feel like they want to give a bigger break to make them work even harder. You can give them a $10 discount, but there's many ways that you can really make that work for you. You don't want to have to work too hard, so start sending out your foot soldiers, man. The junior high, the high school kids, man, they run in packs right now. So if you can get one kid that's running with 3-4 homeboys and they're all like-minded, man, you can have all 4 homeboys sitting in your chair. It's just like we were talking about with the kids cut. If you got one kid that's on a team full of 10 other kids, you take care of your business, you can have all 10 kids coming to you. So it's the same thing when you're running with your junior high and your high school pack. You get that one little Timmy to start working for you. Tell him, man, bring me one homeboy, I'll take 5 off. Bring me one homeboy, I'll add in the design for no charge. Just start kind of working them, like I say, make them work for you. I've seen a lot of barbers that do, because you are a brand. I've said before, you are your own brand, you are your own company. So I've seen some barbers that do the thing like a regular company will. They'll post a haircut and they'll say, reshare this post, or tag 3 other friends, or whatever other details that you can come up with to get attraction to that post. And they'll be like, hey, I'll give a free haircut to the next person that can do this within 30 minutes or whatever. So again, it's smart because you're making the customer work for you by sharing your post and getting your post, your haircut, your work, your name, your brand out in front of other people. That's what it's about. You're trying to get your name out there. You're trying to create a buzz. And so there's a couple of ways that you can get it done. And this is definitely another way that ends up getting you out there. I know a few barbers that do kind of like a reward system. They do a punch card. I think this is a very smart idea as well. Again, go to Staples, Vista Prints, whatever the case may be. Go get you some cards made up, with all your information on there, and hey, bring this. I'll punch a hole in it. The first 4 haircuts you pay regular price, but on that 5th one, you'll get your 5th haircut for free. Again, I think this is a very smart idea. It's some details that you'll have to work out on your own as far as, can they share this with somebody? Can they share it with a family member or a brother, whatever the case may be. But I do like this idea. So this is another route that you can take, because it'll get them and get them coming back, and at least they can even talk about it. And like I say, if you do allow them to share it with somebody, it may be somebody that hasn't came to you, but on their free haircut, they offer it up to a family member or a close friend or whatever. And again, that's going to put them in your chair, so that gives them a chance to now know who you are and what you do, and you can grind that on out. So it's a couple ways, but even with adults, a lot of times I don't really tell them anything, but when they start coming, or I'll get a friend of theirs, one of the main things, every time I cut a new customer, I'm like, hey, how'd you hear about the shop? Not necessarily about me, but how'd you hear about the shop? Oh, well, Danny, I went to high school with Danny, and he was telling me that, you're the one that cuts his hair. Oh, cool. Appreciate that, man. So next time I see Danny, when I'm ringing him up, I just take 5 off. Same thing. Hey, man, I'm letting them know too, because you want to make them feel appreciative, and you're showing them that you do appreciate it by, hey, I'm taking 5 off because you ended up sending your homeboy over to me. Man, I appreciate that. I really do. Anybody else you could think of, send them my way, and I'll take care of you again. I appreciate it. And it's the same thing. And now you're dealing with the adults. Maybe if you want to take care of their beard without charge because they've sent you a couple people, whatever service you may want to add, from a charcoal mask to a facial, whatever the case may be. But I do it the same with my adult customers as well. Like, I let them know that I'm thankful, and hopefully I gear them up to want to continue to spread my name, because they do feel like they are getting some. I mean, who doesn't love a good discount? I mean, we all do, as much as everything costs these days. So you want to find a way to start making your customers your foot soldiers, in a sense. You want to make them start working for you. And it's the same thing. Like, again, the youngsters, man, they run in wolf packs. They're on social media so much. When you give them that fire cut that you know that you're going to give them, they're going to go get on their Instagram or whatever, and they're posting and they're putting it out there. So one of the things I still do too is, like, I give a couple business cards. Even if they know you, if they are your returning customer, why not give them your business card and be like, hey, do me a favor and just pass this out to a couple kids at school. Or do me a favor and go take this to work, leave it in your break room. Whatever the case is, you have to continue to work even when you're not working. So that's why I believe that the business cards are still a big thing. Give it to them. They can physically see it. Like I say, if they leave it in the break room on the table, okay, while somebody's having lunch or whatever, they can kind of breeze through and they see, oh, okay, you know what? This shop is actually closer to me than where I've been going. I'm gonna go check it out. Same thing with the QR code. If it's on the back, they can scan it and pull all that information up while they're right there at the break room, or someone's in the lunchroom, whatever the case may be. So don't stop doing that. Keep your business cards up to date. Keep them plentiful. Keep all your information on there up to date and correct. But turn some of your customers into your employees. Send them out there. Find yourself a good reward system that's going to work for you. Sacrifices equal benefits. So even if it's taking a couple of dollars off, you're bringing some new customers back in. And then you just keep on doing that. You just keep on passing that on down the line. If Lil Timmy brings 3 different friends, next time 3 friends come, you do it to each single kid. You do it to each single customer. And now they're going to start bringing 1 or 2 extra people outside of their circle. We all got different circles that we hang out with on different days. So if that 1 can turn it into 10, why not give it a shot? If it's working, why not? So That's one way. Again, you can post a cut and do the share and tag and mention and all that good stuff, and you can get a free haircut during this set time. Or like I say, the reward system with the punch card. Again, I think that's a very smart idea, something to look into. So just a couple ways. Referrals is definitely how you keep the chair spinning. You want to send somebody out there with all the information that you can give their friend to be able to contact you. So you want the passive work to be done. You want to make sure that your name, your brand, your company is still working even while you're not cutting their hair. So send them out there with a task, send them out there with a job, and they're gonna bring some more people back for you. That's really about it, man. If you can think just a little bit smoother and what you need to get done to put your name out there, I promise you'll find it, you'll figure it out, because there's a couple ways that you could just send a customer out there and have them working for you. Again, if you haven't liked or subscribed, man, do that for me. Do that for your boy. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Drop a gem, drop a line. I appreciate your love and support as always. One.